guys, CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Guess what? We're going to talk about something that's a little bit different today. I'm going to bring you in here. We're going to talk about organization. That's right, with Mechanics Time Savers. You can see here, I have a little bit of a divide here. Do have some, these are Mechanic Time Savers locket sockets, and we have the Mechanics Time Savers magnetic rack. We have the friction peg holders, which I absolutely love, and we have some Hansen style trays in there still. I haven't switched everything over yet. Been planning on kind of trying to figure it out. It's still a work in progress. Just a challenge getting everything right. But I'm going to show you what I got, give you a little kind of a little tour, kind of talk about some organization options, and talk about what I like about Mechanics Time Savers that I have. We'll show you some of the stuff I have in my toolbox, kind of give you a little sneak peek. Haven't done any toolbox tours in a long time and haven't done one. So, you know, we're going to kind of give you a little inside look. So stick around. Let me flip you around and we'll get you into this. All right. So as you know, I have a ton of swivel sockets. 1/4-inch swivel sockets, 3/8 swivel sockets, 3/8 deep, 1/2-inch deep swivel, or 1/2-inch shallow swivel sockets. I have some 12-point sockets on this friction peg Mechanics Time Savers, which I absolutely love. I use the 1/4-inch, and I had been using the magnetic sockets until, you know, that I started buying these nut gripper Koken sockets. And then I still have some of the Hansen ones because I don't have enough Mechanics Time Savers trays yet. But I have a ton of the friction peg metric standard in the shallow and deep 12-point, which was an extra add-on set. Didn't intend on having those. I also have chrome swivels, and Mechanics Time Savers makes this tray. Don't let it fool you just because it says Matco. And then I have over here, I love this tray. This is a Mechanics Time Savers tray too. I like this tray because I can throw stuff up on there. It does take up a little bit of room in this box right now. But for the main part of it is that I can throw a few nuts and bolts up there. I throw my ratchet I'm using all the time, maybe a wrench or two. I always keep my swivels. These are my Koken swivels up here. And then some flip sockets and wheel lug sockets, tape measure, just stuff that I don't want moving around or getting knocked off or whatnot. But this, for this most part, you can see this is a ton of sockets, and this isn't all my sockets, guys. This is only this is a 1/4 of my sockets, believe it or not. I'm not sure that I'm pretty sure I could fill up 2 top drawers of anybody's toolboxes with sockets because I have too many. I've had 2 sets of sockets because when I was working for a shop and then working at my house, I had a backup set and then I had a travel set. So, and now I kind of have 3 sets mixed up. So anyways, Mechanics Time Savers, I really do love these friction peg sockets, and I'm going to tell you why right now, because this is the big thing with them. They don't break. I have snapped off the Hansen ones. These are the only ones I have left that are good, are these ones in here, I think, because the rest of them are knocked off. And we'll kind of go over here, and I'll look in the top drawer of my other toolbox and show you. But these things are fantastic. I love these friction peg sockets because, look at this. They go on and off easy. They stick, they hold. I've had this for a while and been using them, and they don't move, they don't jack around on you. I think this is by far one of the best designs out there. I really like it. It does take some time to getting used to. I would like to see them get rid of the 4. I really don't know that I need that. If it went 5 to 15, that is one of the downfall you see is it only goes to 14. They used to be like that. That's my only complaint I would say about the Mechanics Time Savers. Is that, but you can see I have 15 millimeter in here. I just adapted, and I don't even pay attention to it really anyways, and I still know if a socket's missing. You notice I have a gap in there. That's because of spacing issues, but this socket tray right here works awesome. We'll talk about one that I do love. I highly recommend this for, my intention was originally to use the friction peg on for all my swivels. And I'll be honest with you, this tray has been fantastic. This is a lifesaver. I can stack some spare sockets up over here. I have some axle nut sockets that I use. I have my Coke and spark plug sockets over here. I have a flank drive, snap-on extra. This is what I use for most of my flare nuts, or for brake lines on GMs a lot, and I got a whole set coming of those. But swivels galore on here, and this is awesome because I use swivels. They're pretty much my go-to, and I love these swivels. These are Cornwell swivels. These are Mac swivels, and these are ADV Matco swivels, standard and metric. And then these are SKs. These are SK swivels, and there's some snap-on and SK swivels mixed in the back here in my 1/2-inch drive for some bigger stuff. Normally, I don't need anything smaller than that, so I just got some bigger stuff in 1/2-inch drive. I go up to 22 millimeter and 3/8 deep and 19 on the 3/8 shallow. You will notice the Mac ones are a little bit shallower than normal, and I like that. They work really well. The Mac ones this right here is a little bit shallower than what normal. And I even noticed that the snap-ons are not quite as shallow. That's a snap-on, that's an SK. SK is kind of the same way. Snap-on's a little bit deeper on the shallow side, on the shallow sockets. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for sockets. Cornwells, I cannot say enough good things about these things. These things have held up well right now. I did kind of chew up this one a little bit, but no big deal. I don't care about beating up my tools. I'm okay with doing that. I do keep them fairly nice, but for the better part is getting them, using them. So let's see here what I got. That's my wrench drawer. Yes, I use a Mechanics Time Savers, and you can see that it holds my extensions here. These magnetic racks are pretty badass. They hold things tight all the time, and they're nice for loose stuff. I only have a few extensions on there, but I've used this forever. And I will show you on my other toolbox where I use the pegboard. Let's see if I got anything else. No, nothing in there. Mechanics Time Savers also. Let's go over here to the cart. Mechanics Time Savers also has these holders, and I can tell you right now, look at that. I can pick that whole rack up with those screwdrivers and pull those out. I really like that. Those are really nice too. I will try to link all the part numbers for all this stuff down in the bottom of my, so you can find this or go directly to the Mechanics Time Savers website and navigate it yourself and find this. But these are super tight. You can see these are Tectons, nut drivers, Allen wrenches, but you can pick these up out of the box at any time, and they're magnetic. They got a magnetic, and they're super strong on the back, but they hold tight. That's the best part about them, is if I want to take a whole rack with me, I can. These things work awesome. The other thing I have, let me kind of get squared away here. If you guys watched my snap-on video, is the Mechanics Time Savers has, Henry, what are you doing? Lay down. He didn't want to be in the video. Mechanics Time Savers has these little tool holders. They're really cool. I can hang this stuff up on here. It comes off real nice and easy, and it clips up real nice and easy. You can't beat it. When I want to get the best part is you really don't even have to use that, because you can just kind of push up on it, and they come out of there. But they hang on there firm. I keep this on my cart because these are my go-to tools. Hub cleaner, roll lock disc holder, obviously my 1/2-inch impact. I have a mid-torque that I use most of the time. Electric doesn't fit on there, but for air tools, and I really don't even want, I couldn't get rid of this thing, but I got this one new. So I have two air gauges, but one of them will be going to the shop. So this is a pretty cool setup. Now I'll take you over to the toolbox, the other tool cart. All right, so this here is another Mechanics Time Savers magnetic tray. And you can see I just hold some miscellaneous pieces up here. I also use my wrenches to hold it back here. And this is really awesome. I love these magnetic trays. I have a couple of these Magna panels. Not sure where they're all at. I have them kind of stashed away. Another friction peg holder. I do like these better. The only downfall, once again, is that they're not 3 tiers, so I have a lot of 3 tiers, shallow, mid, and deeps. A lot of these are my go-to sockets here, but that's the only other thing. If I had a 3 tier, I would really like to see a 3 tier friction peg socket holder, because this thing works awesome. I love these. These are standard sockets, so I don't use these as much. That's why they're over here. But nonetheless, still one of my favorite setups. I just like them because you can grab them. They come off. This one's kind of sticky because I haven't been using as much. Once you start using them, after you get them out of there, they come out of there. But kind of give them a little wiggle. But they don't break off. So you're not snapping pegs. And that's the best part. You know, versus the 3-tier trays. These are nice. And I don't mind them. But I really like the friction pegs better. Doesn't have that funky thing sticking up. And then the other thing is, if you got long sleeves on, I've noticed in the wintertime, you're reaching over this, you grab these pegs sometimes with your long sleeves and knock them off. That's the other thing. That's why I like the friction peg stuff. So something for you to think about if you're looking for a new kind of organization deal. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you. You know, the mechanics time savers, friction peg holders, the magnetic trays. They have a lot of options for you to look at, and it definitely keeps my toolbox organized. I definitely love them. It's the best organization setup that I've found in 20 years. So appreciate you guys watching. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell, check the link in the description. I don't get anything extra off of it, just plugging a company that I believe in. Once again, not out for any extra revenue. So appreciate you guys watching. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.